+2778880, and with my partner.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Dina Haikal bin Abdurrahman and my matrix number is 285070. Now, I want to discuss about racism among the races in Malaysia. Did you all know what the meaning of racism? Racism is not a new thing in our country. Racism is a trait practice in which a handful of people discriminate against a group of people with their racist characteristics. There are 4 types of racism in Malaysia. It is individual, structural, ideological, and also reverse racism. Racism is not good for our society because it will lead to racial division. Did you agree with me? Can you give your opinions about racism in Malaysia?
Yes, that's right, Daniel. Lately, there have been many issues, especially related to race and ethnicity in our country. For example, recently there was an issue that happens to a national badminton player, Eskisona, regarding a racist mix attack by a politician. Due to the controversy, Eskisona expressed tears and distracted her attention, as well as gave her a psychological effect.
I don't know. Somehow, in that I'm still a human. I just hope for support. I'm not a talented player, but I'm very hardworking. I already go through a lot in my life, from my injured to come here. I just hope everyone keeps supporting.
I think this sensitive and racist issue should not be directly present in our national sports in the concept of the Malaysian family. We already know that this issue of racism is no stranger to happening in our country. Let's find out the cause of the racist issue. The first is racist propaganda on social media. In this age of modern technology, all is not left behind on social media. For the misuse of social media will have an unhealthy effect on society and national unity. Although social media is a good alternative to information, it is misused by some people on ethnic and racial issues. Social media users are worried, insecure, and always worry of dealing with racist issues hovering in social media, and they are also not ready to prevent or hinder the spread of ethnic and racist issue in social media. Next is less interaction between race. In general, we see certain races are more likely to make friends and socialize among their own race. This is because it can facilitate their interaction because it uses language that can be understood by both parties. We can see some people who are not fluent in Malay cause difficulty in interacting. In fact, they are those who find it difficult to accept the actions of other race based on belief, causing them to be intolerant and causing misunderstanding. The last is the use of language. Each race practices its own culture and way of life. Race also use its own language to mix with each other. This language difference will cause a prejudice between race. Not only that, there are many other causes that lead to this racial issue. I will give it to Daniel to comment a little bit about this because.
Now, I want to discuss about the causes of the racial issues. Firstly, racial issues caused by a political factor, which means that the racist politics can produce unhappiness and strengthen the spirit of racism if action is performed without all parties agreeing. Language, culture, education, and the economy are all racial problems that, if manipulated for political reasons, will not lead to a united community. Equal right for all citizens of the country. At first look, it appears to be a minor issue, but it has the potential to cause a problem of community unity in Malaysia. Next, difference in terms of employment. This problem has created suspicion and economic gap between the races involved. The business sector is still dominated by the Chinese. These occupational differences have limited social interaction between them because a lot of time is spent in the workplace, and if the co-workers are of the same race or ethnicity, then interaction and communication only occur and are within the same racial race only. The effect is where a feeling of prejudice and racism will become stronger and thicker among the races involved. Next, I want to discuss about how to deal with racial issues. Racial issues can also be handled by holding community activities in which each race is required to participate in its activities. By eradicating the selfishness that is ingrained in society today, we may create a spirit of collaboration and support each other. Activities to develop the friendship link should be carried out, such as community work that involve each group input to make the activities a success that maximum unity can be achieved. Talk about the evil of racism and the necessity of racial unity formulation should be held on a regular basis so that people are more sensitive and aware of the evil of racism. Community activities can be the ideal platform for cultivating the spirit of unity that every person must possess in order to overcome racist view in the future. There are many ways to deal with racial issue. The next way will be discussed by Nick.
Yes, I agree with the comment made by Daniel just now. Before that, I will also give an insight on how to deal with this racist issue. Among them is by way of parental suggestions and influences. By other way, parents need to encourage children to get along with the multi-ethnic community. Our society also needs to socialize, share opinions, and build groups with other racial communities. In fact, it will also give them more confidence to interact with each other without feeling uncomfortable. And also through the education system. The education system can also play an effective role in ensuring the peace of a country that has various ethnic, racial, and cultural groups. This education system can be a medium of socialization to cultivate the personality and awareness of all among the people of the countries involved. The education system is also what makes a country able to produce a generation that respects each other, unity, harmony, and understanding between ethnic groups, cultures, and race. I will add a little about the importance of racial unity. What we can see, racial unity will create a harmonious society. As mentioned, we are no strangers to the existence of a multiracial society in our country, such as Chinese, Malays, Indians, Kandastan, and so on. By creating racial unity in society, only then can a harmonious society with the same aspirations be achieved. Therefore, as a caring Malaysians, we must create racial unity among Malaysians. Apart from that, national security can also be enhanced when the practice of racial unity has permeated into the souls of every Malaysian. As we know, without racial unity, peace cannot be established because the people will quarrel with each other to the point of destroying the peace of a country that has been built. Conflicts that take place between the people will only result in a supportive living environment. Therefore, it is true that racial unity is important to increase national security.
Racial unity is very important for our country. Racial unity can develop the national economy. The unity shown by the Malaysian community will attract foreign tourists to get to know more closely the culture of the Malaysian community, which is different in race and religion, but can live in harmony under one roof. The country's economy will grow with the influx of foreign tourists. Malaysians can also share the knowledge with each other in developing the country. Investors from abroad will also be interested in investing in Malaysia. As a result, racial unity that is able to improve the country's economic status will make Malaysia on par with other countries.
That's all from me and Daniel. Enjoy the video. Thank you.